Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. Glad to see all your faces. We have a real treat going on today. So I'm so excited that you guys are all here and that, we could be together and, just kind of see how everyone's feeling, how everyone's doing. I know there were a lot of feelings going on yesterday, and I know I was definitely having some feels myself from yesterday. So, and maybe some of you may not have heard or may not have known, but of just kind of what's been going on with here at doTERRA headquarters. But just am happy that I am here and that I want you guys to know just how lucky I feel to still be here with you guys. And I'm sure there's probably like a lot of questions as well. And I only know so much, but just know that doTERRA is not going anywhere. We are stronger than ever. Although that this was a hard change, this was a necessary change, and those that had to leave will most definitely be missed. But I'm just grateful that I still get to be here with you guys and that we get to finish Silver Club out strong. Because, we only have a few more weeks. I'm like getting super sad. There's only a few weeks left, you guys. And then that's it. Like, then we are officially done like Silver Club. Where did time go? Honestly, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. How have you guys been feeling so far with Silver Club? How was it for you? You can share in the chat. Or you can unmute yourself while we wait for our guest speaker to come and join us. Love to hear. How's Silver Club been for you guys? Oh, here we go. Molly's feeling good. Oh, I'm so glad that it was fun the second time around. Pushed you out of your comfort zone. Oh, I'm so glad. I know it's not easy to get out of your comfort zone, guys. That's why they call it a comfort zone. So yeah, for those of you that are just hopping on in here, like I said, we have an amazing guest speaker with us today. We have Sara Janssen, who is a Presidential Diamond, and we are just so blessed that she has taken time out of her day to come and to share all her golden nuggets, I like to call it, because we can learn so much from her, and especially with just all the feelings that are swirling around as of late, just from all the changes that have happened over the weekend, that I think it's great that we can hear from someone who is a Presidential Diamond that can kind of really help you guys feel a sense of encouragement and that doTERRA is not going anywhere. Like, we are strong, we are resilient, and we are going to be a forever company, and that will never change. We are here to stay. So I'm just going to turn the time over to Sara. And again, thank you so much for joining us. And I will turn the time over to you.
All right. Hi, friends. Well, thank you to those of you who have your camera on.
I don't think we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me? They're nodding, Amy. I think that your speaker's off.
It's just me. I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm getting nods from, okay, good. You scared me.
We're
You
good. I'm
scared
so
me.
sorry.
Oh my gosh, I live out in the country and I have issues with my internet, so there's always a chance. So if it gets glitchy, you guys put in the comments that I might have to like get off and come back on. But I love seeing faces. It's so good to see you. I see my sweet Carolyn is on here. Carolyn's on my team. She was the only one with her camera on at first, but look at you guys jumping on. And I don't care if you have no makeup on, your hair is crazy, don't care. Okay, this is about connection. We want to see each other. We want to feel like we're sitting together. Okay. Oh, look at all of you popping on. It's so much more fun to talk to people when I can actually see faces. Okay. Okay. How many minutes do I have?
Honestly, you can take all the time. I usually schedule the call to be like an hour. So, however much time you feel like you need to share, like we're just happy that you're here. So anytime.
We won't go an hour, I promise, but I have some good, I think that it'll be maybe 20, 30 minutes, and then
Perfect.
we'll leave some time for Q&A. I love to have
Yes.
open Q&A. So
Yeah, that'd be great.
awesome. Okay, let me just pull up my notes here and then find your faces again. I downloaded this update on my computer and it likes to like hide things from me. Anyone else have a Mac and they like throw everything to the side now? Oh my goodness. Okay, it like won't let me look at both of them at the same time. That's fantastic. I might just have to give me 2 seconds to figure this out. I'm like old. It takes me a while with tech. My kids now know more about tech than I do, which makes me feel so old, but so good because my kids are getting older and that's excellent. All right, I might just have to look at the notes on my phone. And I'm really old, so might have to wear my glasses. Speaking of kids, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. So for those of you that don't know me, I live with my amazing husband, Matt, in South Dakota. We're on the eastern side of South Dakota, which is not the Mount Rushmore side. It's the other one that no one knows about. And it's all farmland and rolling hills, and it's flat and windy and beautiful. And we live on 21 acres, and we have goats and chickens and cats and dogs. And my 3 girls are 20, 15, and 12. And oh, thank you, ladies. Oh, hi, Kristen. Oh, it's so fun to see you guys. And so we're out here doing it with on the land and loving it. And I hope that if you don't have a vision for what doTERRA can do for you in terms of opening up the pathway for you to pursue what's in your heart right now, we're gonna fix that today. Okay, we're gonna fix it because I have seen over and over, this is not just something leaders talk about. You guys can use doTERRA as a vehicle to get yourself your dream. Okay, goats are my dream. Okay, land is my dream. If I had a dream to live on a tropical island, I did that too with doTERRA. I lived in Puerto Rico for a little bit. There's just so many cool things you can do when you're involved in this business, and it really is just it's a dream. I have been with doTERRA for 12 years. 10 of those I've been building. I started building in 2014, and I can't even believe it's been that long. I want to just reiterate what was said, that doTERRA is not going anywhere. I have more belief and just desire to be with this company than ever before, you guys. So get your nose out of social media. Don't be watching what other people are saying about what's going on at doTERRA corporate right now. I was on the corporate call, the Diamond and Up corporate call yesterday. Absolute solid future of doTERRA, like absolutely. I have no concerns, like zero. Okay, so you should not either. So just put it out of your head and just keep your head down. Keep your head down and keep working hard. Okay, that's what you have to do. I hate that I have to like look down at my notes. I normally have them up here, but you guys understand, right? Okay, good. So I'm going to tell you today a secret. It's the secret to getting more builders. Who wants more builders on their team? Anyone? Anybody full up? Full up, can't take on anymore. Don't want any more people sharing because that's just way too much work for me. Okay. No, everybody wants more. And I hope that you want leaders in your business with you, but I also hope that you want sharers, right? We want a really good mixture, right? We're not going to discriminate against anybody who wants to share oils with us, but I'm going to give you some things to think about today that are going to help it just be easier. I'm not going to tell you well, I kind of might tell you where to find them, but it's more focused on you and what you can become so that leaders actually want to hang out with you. Okay. you gotta be someone that people actually want to be around. Okay. And Rod Richardson, does anybody love Rod Richardson? He's one of my faves. One time I was at a retreat with him and he makes me laugh so hard. He's just the best. But he said, as soon as you have a team, your business building will be incredibly easy. And if you're like, yeah, tell me about it. I've been out here all by myself. I've been out here clawing my way to the top of Silver Club. Okay. Yes, it is so much easier when you are running with other people. Okay. And so if you're discouraged today because you feel like you've been doing it alone, or maybe you found your dream leader and they just quit, or someone who you thought was going to be awesome and they piddled out over here. Welcome to network marketing. Okay. That's just how it is. So don't be discouraged with that. I can't even tell you how many leaders have come and gone through my life in the last 10 years. But it's about building a solid foundation of leaders that will stay, and you don't need that many, do you? Have you looked at the comp plan lately? Like you just don't need that many. You need a good handful of really solid leaders. So who wants to learn today how to become irresistible? Anybody? Okay, good. You're like, I'm not feeling irresistible today. But I'm going to teach you how to be irresistible. And can I just put it out there that we have the best job ever. It's the best job. My leaders that try to go find other jobs because they think they can find something better than doTERRA, they always come back to me and they say, oh, I tried something different. It was horrible. I love doTERRA. And they're like, I'm going to quit that part-time job and work harder on doTERRA because it's so much better. And so like just realizing that we have a job where we get to talk to people and then change their lives forever, that should motivate you. Like that gets to be our job. It's the best job. Okay. And learning how to talk to people. I'm not going to get into the details, but there's all kinds of acronyms that you can go find on the Googles. Like, what do I do when I meet a new person? I freeze up. I don't even know what to say to them. Okay. There's all the acronyms like family and fun. And what do you like to do? There's all these things that you can talk to them about. And that's one of the things I want you to do is get really comfortable talking to people, because that is this business. So if you don't like people, I think you might be on the wrong call. Like if you don't have to be the person in the elevator who talks to the person in the elevator. Okay, I promise. That's me. Like, oh, hi, isn't this great weather? I know. Oh, you have such a cute dog. Like I'm that person. You don't have to be. We actually did. There was a comment in the Diamond board a long time ago. It said, how many of you are extroverted? And there were so few. I mean, there's quite a few, but there was so much fewer than I thought. So many introverted, or, half and half, extrovert, introvert. What do they call those? There's a fancy name for it. Ambivert, something like that. Where you're both. You love people, but you need your quiet time. I want you to know that no matter what your personality is, you can be successful in doTERRA. Don't look at the top leaders and be like, I'm not like that. Doesn't matter. You are going to be successful in your own way. And just know that if you're looking at those top leaders thinking, oh, I can't be like them, you're going to be like you. You're going to be like you. So in order for you to become irresistible in your own way, there's 5 areas that I want you to look at. Okay. And we are going to work at just taking every one of those things to the next level. I don't want you to change everything overnight and then give up and quit. I want you to just, how can I change this 1% today? And so you take these things and you're going to work on up leveling and changing them just a little bit. And if you do that every single day, then things are going to change for you. So these top 5 things, okay? Belief, got to have that belief. magnetism, leadership, mind, body, and spirit, and your dreams for your future. Okay. Let's start with belief. So up-leveling your belief, you have to actually believe in what you're offering. You cannot be hesitant about what you are offering to people. It has to be, I'm completely sold out for doTERRA. I'm going to just guess that you're in Silver Club. You're sold out. Like you're doing it, right? Put in the comments, I'm doing it. Like I'm in it. I'm doing it. I'm not giving up. Like preach that to yourself every single day. You have to stop apologizing. Okay. Stop apologizing for what you're selling, what you're doing. You have such a gift to offer people. Go out every day with the heart of service. I'm going to serve the people who are looking for me. Do you, right in this moment, truly believe that your life is going to be different as you continue to grow and build in doTERRA? Just hypothetically, think in your mind. Do you truly believe it right now, or are you struggling with that? Like I said before, do you believe that doTERRA can be the vehicle that allows you to pursue other things? I know that when we're in Silver Club and when you're in the beginning years of your business, it does feel like I'm only going to do doTERRA forever, every day, all day. That's all I think about. Eat, sleep, drink, breathe, doTERRA. There will come a time when you will have all these leaders and you will take a breath and you can, do the other things that are on your heart and build a farm and do things like that, whatever that is for you. Yesterday on the call, we heard from a lot of people. You guys, I love the new leadership team. I was around for the whole time that Kirk Jowers was here before. He's one of my favorite leaders of all time. Of all leaders I've known in my life, I cannot tell you how much I love Kirk and Kristen are like my favorite people. Okay. They are the real deal. So have confidence in that. I love them. Murray and the rest of the team, they're gonna do so well for us. Okay. So that belief needs to be your belief. So get yourself to events, first of all. Got to get to convention. All the good things happen at events. Yesterday we listened to Drew, our CFO. He just rattled off all of these truths about doTERRA. We are in very good financial standing. We are a legacy company. We're a forever company. We aren't being bought. We're not going retail. Our cash levels are healthy. Our profit levels are better than anyone else in the industry. Everything that they do is with the eye on the long term, right? They are setting doTERRA up for success for 15 to 20 years from now. And if I know anything to be true, that is true. Okay, that is what they are doing for you. Everything is for you. Which that's a relief. And so if your belief is struggling right now, I want you to watch some videos about doTERRA. I want you to watch some co-impact sourcing videos. Reach out to your upline. I'm struggling believing this can work for me. I'm struggling with belief in the company. You guys, it all begins with belief. And you'll hear Emily talk about that nonstop because that's one of her highest strengths, if not her highest, right? And you cannot get out of the early ranks of doTERRA without belief, right? You guys see I don't have a picture of it, but the belief pyramid, right? You can't move out of that belief. You have to have belief in the company first, belief in the product. We all believe in the product if we're here, right? But that belief in the company is a little bit different. And the longer you're around, the more you believe. How many of you have been on an incentive trip? Put in the comments. There's got to be a few of you here. Okay, I see a few. So after an incentive trip, I feel like your belief level skyrockets, even more so than even conventions sometimes, because you are surrounded by people that are doing it. You're surrounded by the corporate staff. It's a game changer. So all of those different things, there's so many opportunities for you to increase your belief. And if one little thing that you can do, go find someone on your team, your customers who are using oils, and ask how oils have affected their life. There's got to be someone. There's got to be someone that you gave an oil to or that you enrolled that their life is better now because you helped them get oils. That will increase your belief. And then just repeat that. Just do that. Okay. Whenever you're struggling, that will help. Let's up level our magnetism. Okay. We want people to just like come to us, right? And I want you guys to be looking for the people who are looking for you. You're not looking for people that aren't looking for you. That's not the goal. That's called, stalking. Okay, we don't want to do that. We want them to see us as someone they want to be around. So ask yourself that question. Do people love to be around you? Are you someone that is fun to be around? Now, you don't have to be a comedian or anything like that, but are you pleasant to be around? Do others want to do the things that you are doing? And if not, what needs to change? We're going to talk about taking care of ourselves, our bodies, our minds in just a minute, but ask yourself about that. Are your daily activities, look at your schedule of your whole day, are they life-giving? Are they life-taking? Do you speak life over your day, or do you speak death over your day, which is also your business? Okay. Are you someone who is grateful, or do you complain all the time? Are you in a job outside of your doTERRA business that you hate, and so that's just consuming you, right? How we process those things in our mind affects our business. What are you posting on social media? Do you post about all the things that annoy you? I'm so annoyed this person today at the gas station. I'm just so annoyed. Or do you post political posts? I don't care if you post political posts, but are you purposely being divisive? Does that consume you? Or controversial videos and links? Do you love that? You might be inadvertently, creating some chaos in your business as well. Okay, so people watch you everywhere, and they know who you are based on those things. And so is your social media uplifting, right? Are you encouraging people? Those are the kind of people that people want to be around. Up-leveling your leadership. What does an amazing and committed leader look like? Okay, we got to figure that out before we can find them, but we want to become that ourselves. I've mentored a lot of people in my time in doTERRA, and I feel like I know how to recognize a leader, someone who is going to lead well because they shine. They just shine. There's just a little something different. Again, it's not the extrovertedness. There's just something about them that shines, and you have to know what to look for. And if you think back through the people that you have maybe gone through your leads list, and you can think back and go, oh, I should have known. I should have known that person was not going to work out, but I just wanted a leader so bad that I just did whatever it took, right? Like you picked like crazy Aunt Betty because, but she complains all the time and hates her life, but she was going to place a 100 PV order, and you're like, oh, so I should have known. So you want to look for the people that shine, that you want to be with. They're sparkly and vibrant. I want those kind of people on my team because they're nice to be with. I always tell my team, you want to find leaders that you want to vacation with. If you wouldn't go on a vacation, like I'm talking one-on-one vacation, you can't get away from these people. If you wouldn't want to do that, like climb a mountain with them, you probably don't want them to be in your like high leadership structure, because you are married to these people. You're taking trips, you're together all the time, you're talking constantly. You want those people on your team. I want people who get after it, who are self-motivated. I'm not having to constantly nag them to, hey, it's the last day of the month. Did you place your LRP yet? I don't want to have to chase them down. I want them to come to me and be like, I enrolled someone today. I just started yesterday and I enrolled. Perfect. Those are the kind of people I'm looking for. Okay. And after all these leaders that I've worked with, the ones that are usually out there sharing it even before they've been trained, those are always the best. Like the ones that cannot, it overflows. They're so excited. Those who won't take no for an answer. Now, again, not in a creepy stalker way. Okay. But those who are persistent and don't get thrown when someone tells them no. They aren't afraid of rejection, but they don't like pursue that over and over. We all know these people. Like we all know these people. It might be someone in your life that you're actually too nervous to talk to right now. You're like, oh, I need to talk to them. And you look through that list, how many of those things are your characteristics? Do you embody those characteristics? Do you shine? Do you go after it? Are you persistent? Are you sharing? In order to find those leaders for yourself, you're going to have to embody those same traits. And if you think about leaders on your team, and I want you to think about, if you don't have leaders on your team, that's okay. That's okay. If you're just starting out, this is perfect because you have such potential. You can even think of people in your upline. Think about like a leader that you would want on your team. Here's some of those characteristics. They're out there doing it. They're bringing results. They don't listen to what other people say. They just listen to what they do. Let me say that again. They don't listen to what people say. They listen to what people do. So I get a lot of like builders coming to me telling me they found a builder. Like, that's fantastic. Tell me more about them. And they tell me about them, and I'll have to unfortunately say that's not a builder. Like, that's just someone you want to be a builder. Those two things are not the same. And so knowing the things to look for, watch their actions. Okay. If you give them a training to listen to and they still haven't listened 2 weeks later, that might not be your person, right? So little things like that. I do give tons and tons of chances, you guys, like so many chances, but I'm actually not going to put tons of energy towards someone who isn't moving toward me. And so in the beginning, please don't get stuck and waste your time pursuing someone who's kind of like running away from you. Find the people that are looking for you. These good leaders, these top leaders are coachable, right? They're not afraid of you to tell them, this is what you could do different. They're following a proven system, whatever that system is that your team is using. Look at what your top leaders are using. They're not trying to recreate the wheel. The system is there for a reason. They are driven by something. There's purpose in their life. They have no excuses, you guys. They're finding the time, and you are obviously finding the time because you are on here. Okay, if you weren't finding time, you would not be here. And that's important. I have found that in leaders, the ones that are like listening to the training call that they wouldn't have been able to get on it unless they were getting their grocery shopping done at the same time because they have like 9 kids and they, those are the people, right? It's the people that figure out where to fit this business in. And they find a way no matter what. People find a good leader finds the answer. They're resourceful. Okay. They know that they can go to someone or find the answer, because those are leaders in the making, right? They know where to go find the answers. They are a master communicator. They don't have to be like on the stage. They can be a very quiet master communicator. A master communicator is someone who can actually move someone into action. Has anyone here ever gotten an enrollment? Anyone? Raise your hand. Okay. Anyone? And other people are like, oh, I'm trying still. That's good. You are a master communicator. You convinced someone through the power of essential oils to take action. They clicked the link or they gave you their credit card number. Hooray. Okay, you're doing it. So I want you all, if you're sitting here listening to this list, you're like, oh, I have so much work to do. No, you're doing it. Okay, you're doing it. Leaders are readers. Anyone ever heard that phrase? I'm sure. They're voraciously learning all the time so that they can change themselves in a better way. They also have a strong belief in themselves, not in a cocky way, but just they believe that what they have is going to be powerful for someone else. Okay, those are all a bunch of things that you want to have in yourself and you want to be looking. So ask yourself, do I have those things within myself? Am I truly a leader? Am I truly a leader? Or am I just hoping I just kind of turn into one as I go? Right? You don't have to. You can do these things and grow these things within yourself now so that you will find these people as well. So if you're having trouble finding leaders right now, take a really good look at yourself, because you're going to bring in the same types of people. Okay, the same kind of characteristics that you are having and displaying in your life is who you will find, because you're going to find leaders that act just like you. So if you are constantly burned out, stressed out, so exhausted, you will find the exact kind of person for your team. And once you find about 10 of those kind of stressed out, burned out, chaos driven people, you're going to go, oh, this is so stressful, I quit. Hey, we don't want that. We don't want that. So I'm going to teach you how to not be those things. I can't imagine any of you are all of those things. Okay. But Sometimes we become those things in seasons of stress, in seasons of grief, in seasons of illness. But popping back like the bouncy ball, right? We can fall down, but we got to be a bouncy ball, not a bowling ball, right? I don't even remember who used to tell us that, but I love that analogy, right? You don't you don't have to be up all the time, but we don't want to be the bowling ball. If you aren't all in with doTERRA, you're on the fence with doTERRA, you're still trying to figure out if this is going to work from you, people will feel that from you. If you have, sitting on a fence, have you ever tried to sit on a fence? Super not comfortable. Okay. We don't want to sit on a fence. I want you to pick a side. And if this is not for you, it's not for you. But my guess is because you're here, you have made a decision. And if you haven't, like, make it today and decide, I am doing this. I am not quitting. Like, this is going to work for me. And you'll continue to grow in that belief. If you're desperate for a paycheck, people can smell that a mile away. So if you're like, I need this fast start so bad this week, otherwise, this is going to happen. That feels yucky to people. And even if you're not saying it, they're gonna smell it. Okay. And then you'll also start to find a lot of leaders that are in that same spot. So if you have a lot of people that can't pay their LRP every month, or maybe you're just finding a lot of people who love drama, you might want to just reassess that. Look at yourself. Like, if you have those kind of people on your team, look at yourself. Are you addicted to drama? Do you seek out the crazy things on YouTube? Do you seek out crazy things on social media where everyone's arguing? Do you self-sabotage in order to create more drama in your life? And I know all those are like deep topics, but take a really good look at yourself. And ask yourself, how can I change that, and invest in myself to change that? Up-leveling, we're almost done here. Up-leveling our mind, body, and spirit. Leaders who continually invest in their knowledge are happier, motivated, confident, effective, and then inevitably are more likable, which means people want to be around you. Okay, it's all just this big circle. Leaders take advantage of every training. When I was first starting out, I was like, oh, another training, awesome. Okay, I'm going to be there. Even if I had to watch the recording, like, I want to listen. I just wanted to suck all the knowledge that I could out of, and I just put my eyes on the top leaders, and I just wanted to do what they did. And so whatever you can do to either get yourself to events, or, if it's an online training, get yourself there. People who are up-leveling their mind, body, and spirit, they read consistently, constantly. They're rarely caught without a book. Now, I would say in some seasons, I'm a crazy reader. I read. In like spring season on the farm, I don't read as much, right? I do more audiobooks. Anyone fan of audiobooks? I love audio. Okay, I just listen. And I can blow through books like that. I love that while I'm weeding my garden or doing all the things around the house. So if you've kind of fallen out of that habit, find yourself some really great books that are going to get you fired up again. Just being a voracious learner in life. Are you that? Are you consistent? Just learning as a lifestyle. And if you want to have influence, you want to increase your knowledge, right? Increase what you know about this business. If you are scared to talk to people about doTERRA, it's only because you don't know much about doTERRA. Right? If you're scared to talk to someone about oils, it's only because you don't know enough about oils. Because if you knew what I know about oils, like, you'd be shouting it from the rooftops, you'd be breaking down the wall, breaking down the door. Probably like me, you guys have really tried hard to get like that certain family member to use oils who won't use oils, but you try, right? Because you're like banging on the door, this is going to work for you. They're like, no, give me the drugs. So we're really trying hard, but it's that knowledge that we have that's going to overflow from us onto other people. Leaders are people that move from a place of dreaming into action, and they understand that results come from strong personal effort. So the more we can work on our mind, the more that we can, you grow your mind, you grow your bank account. It's just a simple equation. It's kind of how it works. Speaking of money, It's one of my favorite topics. And I want you guys to not stick your head in the sand when it comes to money. And I hope that all of you are like consciously and consistently paying attention to your money mindset. And like how you grew up affects how you look at money. How your spouse or partner thinks about money affects how you look at money. And when you're trying to build a business that makes you money, there's so many ways you can sabotage yourself with this, and it's all related to your relationship with money, your success in doTERRA. And so if you guys can, I could do a whole hour talk just on that. I love talking about money so much. I actually got certified to be a financial coach with Dave Ramsey. I don't do hardly any of it, but I love talking to people about money, and really just knowing where you're at. And you know that doTERRA is debt-free and they want you to be debt-free. You're like, I know, Sarah, that's why I'm doing this. I want to pay everything off. And you can, but having a purpose where you're moving forward with your money and having a plan for it. If you're scared to look at your bank account every day, that will affect your business. It will. Going back to that, I'm desperate for money. I don't even know what's in there today. I just swipe and hope that it works. That we got to fix that, because that will affect your business. Okay, and then your body. Okay, I will venture to say that if you are not moving your body on a daily basis with intentional exercise, your business might, and it's a might, not be moving much either. And I know people can argue with me about this. I just don't have time, or, whatever. You may have a chronic illness and you can't. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that are just, I'm so busy with my business. I just can't even go for a walk for 10 minutes. Even if you just commit to going for a 10-minute walk after your meal, start there. There's so many studies that have proven that your mental energy is limited by your physical energy. Can I get an amen to that? All the mamas in the house are like, I can't even think when I'm tired. I can't even think when I'm, and so these studies are proving that regular exercise improves creative thinking, mental clarity, and the capacity to bounce back from rejection. What? Okay, so we need to exercise so we can get told no. This is a new revelation, right? Investing in our appearance. Now, I know this can be controversial, but when you look good in your eyes, when you look good, you feel good, you're going to go out and talk to more people. If you go to the grocery store in your sweats and you just dragged yourself out of bed and you're like trying to hide from everyone, but you overhear a conversation and they need oils, but you're like, oh, I don't even want to talk to them. There you just lost your lead, right? Go out. And that doesn't mean you have to wear makeup. You don't need to do nothing. You have to just feel good who you are in that moment. Like you just want to feel confident. And it's really easy to share the business when we feel just good about how we're feeling in ourselves. Okay. People follow people who are confident. They do. Look at all the top leaders in doTERRA. I would say every single one of them is confident in their own way, right? Those of you who, have met them or in your upline, they're all confident in their own way. If you look at them, you wouldn't look at them and say, like, what a loser. I'm sure they have no friends, like you want the people who go after and watch the people who are confident and are following that. Okay. Don't you love how I like to say, I'm almost done. And then I am almost really done. Your spirit. Okay, let's talk about your spirit. So all successful people, it's been researched. I love the research. All successful people across the board rely on some higher power. They believe that everything in life is connected. They have faith that everything happens for a reason. And so investing in your spiritual growth is an investment in, it's like your strong belief system will actually impact your business and will also impact who you're finding as builders. A huge part of being a spiritual being is to have a positive mindset. And I know, like, this is not like, I'm not talking about like toxic positivity. No, I'm talking about deep, contented, gratitude for what you have in your life. And if you believe in God, what God has provided for you right in this season, it is absolutely divinely controlled, right? So do you get up in the morning, every morning, and think, this is the best day ever? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, Jessica does. Okay, Tracy does. And Molly does. Best day ever. My guess is that's impacting not only yourself, the people around you, if you are someone that does that. I mean, I have gone through a 3-year season of chronic illness with Lyme disease, and I have had moments where I'm like, yeah, this is not the best day ever, but I know who's in control. And so you can be grateful that you have breath in your lungs today. Like, hello, we're all here. We all woke up. We're all alive. Here we are. So for that, we can be grateful. That I can't give you any tool that will be more powerful than gratitude and thankfulness for where you are at right now in your doTERRA journey. Every single thing that's happened to you, every single lead you thought was going to work out that didn't, no big deal. That was how it was supposed to happen. They're coming back, right? Or not. Maybe they'll just lead you to someone else. Every single rejection, every single thing that has happened, it's all working together. Okay. And once you lose sight of that, it's over for you. It is. You might as well just be done, because if you lose the gratitude and lose the thankfulness, it's very hard to attract new people into your business. I don't even remember where I got some of these things that I've talked about in the past with my team. But like going out in the yard and just yelling, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited, before you get on some calls to your customer. Put your hands in the air. I'm excited. I'm excited. You can't jump up and down and yell, I'm excited, and then be like in a super bad mood. It just doesn't work. Like moving our lymph, moving our bodies, moving and smiling. If you have to force yourself to smile, you'll actually kind of start to be a little happier. It just works that way. So if you don't feel confident, I want you to smile, because it builds your confidence. Just smile at everyone. And the cycle of confidence is that action creates belief. Now listen to this carefully. Action creates belief, belief creates confidence, and then confidence creates more action. So do you have to have belief before you ever start to go into action? You're going to sit around and watch belief videos before you go call your next lead? Nope, you're not. You're just going to actually do the action that's on your to-do list today before you feel it. I don't feel like it. I don't care. Okay, this is a job. If you treat it like a job, you're going to get the results of a job, right? So action creates belief, belief creates confidence, confidence creates action, and then you just repeat that until you're at the rank you want to be with doTERRA, right? When do we get to stop enrolling in doTERRA? When do I get to stop? Well, when you're at the rank that you want. Okay, that's just how you do it. You just keep enrolling. You keep telling everyone. I want you guys to go out and invite everyone, and you've heard these phrases before. Invite everyone, move toward those who are moving toward you, and mentor the committed. You don't have to mentor the uncommitted, you guys. That's what some of you are doing right now. Like, why can't I get them to do what I want? Well, because they're not committed. Okay, they're not. Look for the ones that are committed. You can't say the wrong thing to the right people, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong people. Okay, so stop worrying about it so much. Just get out there and look for the people that are looking for you, because right now someone is waiting for you right now. They're looking for a new way to make money. And it might be someone who 10 years ago, or for you guys not as long, who heard you're doing this doTERRA thing, and they might not come to you for a couple years. But if you keep doing these things that I'm telling you, they will come back. It really is crazy how that happens. When a leader on my team has been sitting kind of in one place for a while, it's usually because they're kind of in their own way. They're talking negative to themselves. I don't even want to know what's going on in your head some days, because I know what goes on in my head, right? It's not always nice to myself. Okay, stop being so hard on yourself. Maybe you're afraid of being more visible. Maybe you're afraid of comparison on social media, or maybe you're just afraid of what it would be like to have leaders on your team, right? We got to look at all of those things. Lastly, up-leveling our dreams. How big are your dreams with your doTERRA business? Would you guys put in the chat something that seems so crazy and big to you that it seems almost unreachable at this point, but you know that if you can be successful in doTERRA, like you're gonna do that someday. What is your dream? Like for me, it was I want to move to a tropical island. I want to have goats and a big farm. I want, like, what is I want? Yes, purchasing a lake home. Who else? Jennifer's the only one with dreams. Oh, okay. Teach on the beach. Oh, I love that. Being completely financially free. Yes. Taking a family vacay every year that I can afford to pay to fly to. Yes, I love that. Travel Europe, spend a year in Japan, Italy. Oh, you guys are getting crazy now. I love it. Live at the beach full time. Amen. You guys look at these. Look at these. Yes, yes, yes. I love these. And I hope you're looking at the other ones because you should look at your friends and go, oh, I never even thought about that. That's a good idea. Maybe I want to do that. But it is going to drive you. These things will drive you, and keep them in front of you so that you can keep working toward those things. It really, truly, I cannot even tell you the gift that doTERRA has been in our life, the places that it has taken us, the countries we've traveled to, the people we've met. It is truly, it's like a dream. And the fact that this business has sustained me through this time of chronic illness that, praise the Lord, I'm coming out of the other side now. But you guys, we were absolutely fine. Just not working quite as much because I couldn't. And so when you're laying the foundation, this is a legacy that you're building for your family. This is not just a part-time job. Like this is like when we say it's a forever company, well, this is forever for you and your family and what you're able to do. So bottom line, and I'll end on this, champions, top leaders, whatever you want to call them, they don't start out immediately successful. It really tracks back to one decision. And for you, that decision might have been just to start doTERRA, but it also might be today. It might be today you're making a decision to put all your energy toward this business. Yeah, you might still have another job, but you've got your eye on where you want to go with this business, and you're going to do anything it takes to get there. Short of never talking to your family and those things, right? I'm a big believer in family comes first. And it's hard sometimes in all these busy seasons of doTERRA, but I am a big believer in that. So make your life so fun and amazing that people cannot help but want to be you and be around you. The end. Okay. Oh, I would love to answer any questions that you guys have about, and I know that I threw a lot of stuff at you guys, but.
Yeah, it looks like we have someone has raised their hand. I think it was Elise Johnson has a question. Go ahead if you want to unmute.
No, I was just clapping. You did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah, if you guys, my question I actually had was, can you tell me those top 5 things that you said again, just so I have that down?
Which top 5? I feel like I had so many things.
Belief, magnetism.
Oh, the top 5. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Belief, magnetism, leadership, mind, body, spirit, and then dreams. Christy's asking, what are some of your favorite books specifically on mindset or leadership? I feel like it's funny because some people are like, oh, he's so network marketing, but Eric Worre, you guys, he knows what he's doing. I love GoPro, like for people who are just beginning. I like that. Let's think of some other ones. I like Go for No, as long as you don't become a stalker. I like anything that's talking about personal habits, like Atomic Habits is a fantastic book. Because I do really feel like creating habits in your life, if you can't master yourself in one area, let's just take like exercise. If you can't master yourself in that area, how are you going to run a business? How are you going to master yourself in anything, right? So I think if you can tweak your life just a little bit, so you're like, okay, every day I started to get up and pray 5 minutes in the morning. Every day I started to get up and walk for 15 minutes in the morning, like a consistent routine. The leaders that are doing the best are the ones who are in rhythms, right? In doing things that they have to like kind of die to themselves, right? Like they want to get it, they want something, so they're gonna just say, nope, I'm not gonna listen to my feelings. Yeah, Miracle Morning is a great one for that. I do, you guys, I think you can read all the books in the world. Like I could give you a whole bunch of books, but if you don't have yourself like on track, just by, read like one of those and get yourself on track, and make some changes, all the rest don't even matter, right? So I could list so many books, but I won't list all the books. Oh, I'm so blind. I hate that. Okay, I'm gonna leave them on.
Like Jennifer is raising her hand. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Yeah, hey, thanks, Sarah, for all your great advice. I am one of those people that I'm looking for leaders, like basically all that you're saying. That's what I want to do. And my question to you is, how do you know when the leader is coming towards you? I mean, can you give us some tips on someone that, like you said, some of the things that, look for people that are coming towards you. What does that look like? Could you be more specific and give us some advice on, I know like finding your leader, you want to find these certain traits and all that, but like, how do you maybe like see something? Like you probably have had some experience with that.
Oh yes, I've had so much experience. And I think as you build your business and you have more and more leaders that come and go, you do look back and realize, like I was saying, you look back and go, oh, I saw that red flag right in the beginning and I just ignored it because I needed a leader so bad, right? So I'm a big fan of giving little assignments, little things that they can do to show me that they can do little things. If they can do little things, they can do big things, right? So if I'm just starting out with someone, like I just had someone reach out last night who's coming back after a long break. Hey, I think I might want to do this again. I mean, it's been like forever and ever. And she's like kind of like restarting. I said, great. I said, here's like a 20-minute video that I have that I talk about doing the business. It's called The Joy of Sharing. And then I sent her the PDF of the build guide. I said, and she's familiar with doTERRA, so it's not, I'm not throwing too much at her at once. And I said, when you're done with those two things, message me and then we'll talk some more. Now I know her, she will probably like watch it and do it today and message me today. And that was yesterday. Now there are people that I have given that assignment to and I don't hear from them again for a week. To me, and because of the leader that I'm looking for, that's too long. It's too long. I won't go chase people. Like I'm following their excitement. So I want my leaders to text me right away. Like I'm looking for people who are responsive. If I text them, they're texting me back in a reasonable amount of time. I have one gal that I have been working with that I gave her assignment. And a week later I said, how's it going? Did you watch that thing? No, I didn't have time. And then I asked again a week later, no. And then she gave me 3 reasons why she didn't watch it. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Let me know when you're ready. And I'm not reaching out anymore. Like I'll reach out a couple times, but I don't need to keep pursuing someone who can't even fit one video into their life. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea. I forget who it is who taught that. It might've been Eric Worre, he'll give like a chapter in a book. Like, hey, I hope that why don't you read this chapter? I think like you could pick anything that you're passionate about, right? I personally, if you're not doing an in-person business overview with them, which that's my preference, right? My preference would be, hey, I'm interested in the business. Great. When can we jump on Zoom or when can we have a coffee? So that I can see how they interact with me. Great. If not, then I might send them a link to a video, right? That's not like my first thing I will do, but.
A question we had from Amanda. She said, money mindset advice.
Money mindset advice. Yeah. Try to get your own money in line. Like I said, I love Dave Ramsey. So just go look up his stuff. You can follow the steps. They're called baby steps. Once you do that, your money mindset kind of fixes itself, honestly. And if you have stuff from your childhood where you're like, we were always broke, there was never money for anything, you know, that might be something that you need to dig into a little bit deeper, but that can all be fixed by just handling your own money well and being super content with what you have in the moment. If you're not content with the money you have, you won't be content with a lot of money either, right? You'll just keep looking for that thing that's going to bring you joy, even though you can have joy right now. You have hardly anything in your bank account. So I know that could be a way longer answer, but hopefully that helps.
No, that's perfect.
Is Michelle, are you asking? I can look that up. I have it. My Joy of Sharing Oils video. Is that what you're talking about? The where I go over the business overview, if that might be helpful for you guys, I can send that.
Yeah, it looks like that's what she was wanting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me grab it, and you guys feel free to ask any other questions. I'll just grab it and put it in the chat right here.
Yeah. If you guys have any other questions for Sara, you can either unmute yourself, like raise your little hand, or you could just put it into the chat. I know she gave us some really great insights today and how to become irresistible. I actually really like the word that she used. And using those 5 strategies to really help you in doing so. And yes, this recording, this was recorded. So once it is completely downloaded, I will share this recording to you guys so you can go over and watch it again and again and again. Because there were some really great things that I felt like Sara said, especially when it comes to being a good leader. So. Oh, Amanda has a question. Go ahead, Amanda.
Hi, just what I wanted to ask too, and I don't know if this goes along with Michelle's question where she says, could you share the video links and do you have a system that you use? But onboarding new leaders is something that I would really like your advice on.
Yes. There's so many different ways to do that, right? And there's so many different. You can use the corporate system. Maybe you're using something that your team has used forever. I think my personal favorite is to ask the person how they learn the best. So if someone is a voracious learner and they want all the information at one time, and that's how they learn best, that's how I learn best. I'm like, give me everything. I want to just binge learn it all, and I will ask you questions as I go. Or are you the type of person who wants one little nugget of information, and then I will give you an assignment, and then we'll move on to the next step? That's, I think, how you lose builders pretty quickly, is just like fire hosing them if they are not that kind of learner. I know we can do that with customers too, right? But you can especially scare away new leaders by just throwing so much at them that they don't even know what to think by the end of your first meeting. You're like, well, what have I got myself into? And so let them set the tone. Okay, so as you're talking to them, and this is something you could ask in a business overview, just in the beginning before they even commit to it, is just what do you love the most about doTERRA? What is drawing you to this business? And then listen to them and follow their lead. And if they're like, oh, I don't know, I just really like it, and I want some more money and like to spend on garage sales. Okay, that's probably maybe not your next diamond leader on your team. I don't know. It could be, but the way that they're responding, maybe not. Versus someone that comes in is like, all right, so I want to replace my 6-figure job, and I need to do it in 6 months, and tell me exactly what I need to do. We got to go, right? That's a totally different scenario, right? So you're really paying attention to them, and it's going to maybe be a little bit different per person. In the past, I have done everything from going through Empowered Success, which is a fantastic system. We have done Edge, and we have done the new Edge. We've kind of done it all. And now I kind of do a hybrid where it's a lot of just me sharing, and I have some videos recorded, some trainings recorded. I'll do like a boot camp type training in one night. Yeah. Christy, are you waving at me or or just stretching? Oh my gosh. I'm like, I have this link and it's like not coming through. I might have to send it to you, Amy, and have you included in the
Yeah, that's fine.
in the recording. It's like not coming through my phone for some reason.
I did have a question. Have you ever found successful builders from those who share from the refer a friend, who are like consistent like sharers? What has been your experience with that?
That's a great question. I'm going to just be really honest. The refer a friend has been a little slower for us on our team. However, we have, I mean, I have experience with that sharers, just general sharers turning into builders. I mean, I would say that has been the case for us pretty consistently. They go from enthusiastic customers, you know, into a sharer, into a builder as they need it, you know. And so you might have someone that's just sharing and then something changes in their life. So I would recommend like always checking back and having a good open communication with your most enthusiastic customers. Those are going to be your best builders. You guys, I didn't start doTERRA, like I didn't come into it to build. Like I started as a customer and I said, I will never build. That's what I told my enroller. Don't ask me again. I'm not getting on those calls. I'm not going to come build with you. And then our life changed. And all of a sudden, like we were buying a new house and I lost some other income in my other job. I'm like, oh, I think that I can make money doing oils and I really like how they smell. So I'm gonna try that again. And then I went from, you know, 0 to diamond in 6 months. So it's just, I went from like, I am never building to I'm building. And so, but it's because I did have an ongoing relationship with my enroller. So that's what I would suggest. Now I have also done something in my user group that encourages people to share. I do that a lot. So, I mean, I think with the Refer a Friend program, it's easier than ever, you guys, like to help them. But there are some roadblocks. I feel like people are still a little bit scared to like ask their friends to buy from them. You know, like I don't really want to do. So something that one of my leaders shared yesterday is, and maybe that was shared somewhere on a Silver Club call or something, like just giving them their QR code on a keychain. Carolyn, where was that? Do you remember where Gwen said that? I don't remember. She said like someone said they put the customer's QR code on a keychain in their, you know, wellness overview, in the whatever you want to call it.
I think it was just printing cards, like you can get those blank business
like
cards.
a business card. Yeah.
And so she
was going to do a keychain though too, and I thought a keychain was brilliant because then when people are out, they lose the card, right? And so they put with their Refer a Friend code on the keychain, and then hey, if you find anyone who likes how you smell or wants to know more, just have them scan this code. And so honestly, this program is fantastic, and it does just take like educating the new customers that you're bringing in. It's the most brilliant time ever because they're excited about their oils. So then you could offer them something like, hey, if you use your Refer a Friend code in the next week, I'm going to give you whatever you want to give them. It doesn't even have to, I'm going to give you a roller ball. I'm going to give you a free 5 ml wild orange. People love prizes, like, but that is where that will come from. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Did I miss any in the?
We do have a question, another one. This comes from Kelsey. She says, when you have builders that are maybe not who you would vacation with per se, when sharers turn to builders, but at what point do you invest your time and effort to trying to switch out who takes their place, or how do you approach that graciously?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Okay, I'm going to answer that. I just found this recording. Let me grab it. Joy of sharing oils, copy link. Multitasking. Okay, there it is. You guys, that's going to happen all the time, like all the time. You're going to have someone who's in a spot. Maybe you loved them in the beginning, but then they turned crazy. Or maybe they changed their mind. They're not building anymore. I personally have never done account transfers. That is not how I was taught to build. I got to gold with 3 leaders that I love, and then their lives all changed. And I, going on after that, had all different leaders to go on to diamond. But those leaders were placed underneath those original leaders. And so, you only need, one qualifier on each leg, and that's still how it is on my team. I have lots of those top line leaders that are not my qualifiers, that my qualifiers are lower. Now, that is not what some of your teams might teach. Your teams might teach, like, let's get the leader in the top, but I just personally have never seen a really good switch out like that of, hey, I'm going to put a new person in to take over all these old customers of this person who's not committed anymore. It's a pretty bumpy transition, and I would rather just start working with a brand new person. That's not to say it can't work, but that's kind of how I did it. Now, if you have someone who maybe is in a spot and they're not like a vacationer, like you're saying, it doesn't matter. Focus on the things that you do have in common. You obviously have doTERRA in common, and just continue to encourage them and love them and serve them just like you would anyone, right? Don't let me make you believe that if you don't have these perfect people in their perfect spots, no one has that. You guys wouldn't even believe what my team looks like. I think I have a qualifier in like a 10th level or something like that. I'm like, how did that even happen? It was a crazy story. I won't even tell you, but just crazy things will happen. So you're never going to have the perfect structure, and you're never going to have the perfect people in every perfect spot. That's why you guys can't stop enrolling. You got to just keep enrolling, keep enrolling, keep enrolling. And that's how we built a solid team, was continuing to enroll and building solid teams. Even if that top person wasn't, we built under someone who was committed. Okay. Michelle, my boot camp was I have done in-person 6-hour boot camps, and I've done online evening 3-hour boot camps. Any longer than that and people lose their mind. So, and I just let them like go have a potty break in the middle, just leave, and we can crank through all of that.
Yeah, I think we got all the questions, and we're kind of at our time. Again, Sara, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy day and life to come and to chat with our Central region, and our Silver Clubbers who definitely, are taking their business to the next level. So all these tips and tricks and strategies, and resources are really helpful. So thank you so much for coming and doing that for us. And we appreciate you and all that you do. So thank you so much. And I will end this call. I know there were some of you who are still wanting to know, hey, what went down over the weekend. You can just email me on the side, and I'm happy to talk to you on one-on-one if that's what you would like. But other than that, I will end our call to respect everybody's time, and just thank you again. Oh yeah, Sara's got one more thing. Go ahead, Sara.
I was just going to say, or they can just keep their heads down and keep on moving forward. doTERRA is good. Just keep on going. Now, I also wanted to just tell you, if anyone has any further questions or you think about something, you are welcome to message me on Facebook Messenger. You can just find me there, Sara Janssen. I'm more than happy to converse with you guys, encourage you whenever. Okay, so don't be afraid to reach out to me.
Thank you, Sara. That's very, very gracious of you. And like she said, yeah, guys, doTERRA, we're stronger than ever. We're not going anywhere. Keep growing that belief. Keep rising up, keeping that irresistible you to attract those people to come to you. I do believe in the law of attraction. I love that book. And what you put out is what comes back to you. It's really, I've seen it time and time again. So love you all, you guys. There's only a few more weeks of Silver Club, so you guys got this. We will have our last call on Tuesday on the 28th. So that's just the day after Memorial Day. And then we graduate. So you guys got this. Oh yes, a reminder, tomorrow is Dr. O's call. For those of you that qualified for Dr. Oscar Thorpe's call for tomorrow. And that also applies to mentors. So if your participant qualified, you as the mentor get to go to that call as well. So, so that's tomorrow, May 15th, at 4:15 Mountain Standard Time. So don't forget that. Okay, love you guys. Take care. Bye. Bye.